What's up my loves, my name is Paige, this is Paige with the Page, and today we're going to be talking through my February TBR. Hello my darlings, welcome to this video. Today I want to talk through the books that I am aiming to read in the month of February. And what I'm going to do is I have joined 2 Storygraph challenges for this year, which I'm really struggling to work into Cluedo in terms of the amount of time it takes to go through, find out what books I'm reading and then put it into the video as well. So I'm thinking I might do separate videos for my Storygraph challenge books, and then that can be one little separate thing that I film. I can film that whenever I'm ready throughout the month to do, and then from there I can then film the rest of the TBR and try and work everything in. So we might be going to 2 sort of TBR videos a month, but at this point in time I'm just going to film it in this one because we're just talking through the books that I want to read. There's no gameplay or anything in that regard. I'm trying to complete a lot of different challenges this year, so I will talk through the things that I'm hoping to read this year, and if they do fulfill any challenges straight out of the gate then I'll mention that. But I'll dive into the Storygraph challenges first to see what books we're working with, and if I can make any of the ones I plan to read, they show up in the Storygraph challenge. And this is great for me because it means I'm reading 4 books a month off my physical TBR, which means I can add 1 book. Look at me go. I can't remember what one I did first for January. We'll do the randomize your TBR first. So for this one, I need to refresh the Storygraph homepage, and from the auto-generated books in the to read pile, choose the one that has the title with the fewest words. So I'll start my screen recording. What I might do to give myself one extra option is to go landscape, because I will get more options that way. So I'm gonna go home and have a look to read. So we've got Siren, Cozy Stupid Romance, Wild Beauty, Sea Collectors, Heart of Iron, Watering the Soul, The Gilded Wolves, Hour of Need, Indestructible, Trickster's Choice, Mrs. Death, Mrs. Death, Here Be Leviathans, A Quiet Kind of Thunder. Why is that keep... Jesus. What if I turn it back that way? No, it keeps going. Okay, I had a lot of options. I didn't need to change that. So Siren, Gilded Wolves, Hour of Need, Distractible, Trickster's Queen. So frustrated. Okay. Scrambling, Beast of Prey, The War of the Worlds, Always, Rouge, Autobiography, and Quest. Okay, so with 2 of the Septimus Heap books showing up, I think Quest is book 4, and that's the book that I'm up to. So the book itself showed up and I had 2 in that series with only 1 word. Otherwise I would have gone with Rouge by Mona Reward, but that's okay. We'll do Septimus Heap. It's part of my reading challenges. So randomize-ish, and then for February, save, and then let's go back to the challenges. And I've put the 3 books that I have remaining off my TBR on my currently reading, so then I can not have those come up in the list. So randomize-ish prompt 2, let's have a look, see. Filter your TBR in the following way. Under genre select romance, then generate a number from 1 to the number filtered. Okay, if you don't have any, go with the most Valentine's Day-ish. I'm sure I have some. So TBR to read pile, and I might do this like on my computer next time. So filter, include romance, and filter. How many do I have? 34 books. Okay, so let's go to a number 1 to 34. Here we go. 5. I'm so nervous about this because I feel like it could be a Christmas romance. 1, 2, oh thank God, 3, 4. Oh! Okay. That solved that problem for my bookish peeps. Excellent. Tracy! Where did I put it? I've currently deconstructed my shelves, so I have no idea where anything is. But that's To Catch a Firefly by Emmy Sanders. I'll grab these books once I'm done. Yay! Oh, that's so exciting. Oh, yay! That definitely came up, Millhouse. Okay, randomize-ish, and then February bonus, and save. We'll go to whatever the other one was. Reading randomizer, here we go. Okay, this one scares me. Sort your TBR by date added in descending order. Generate 1 to the number of books on your TBR and choose the one. Okay. And then 1 to 187. Generate. Oh fuck, that hurts. I'm just gonna count 76 from latest. 70. Oh, I need to remove that. Oh dear, I have extras on here that shouldn't be on there, but that's okay. 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah! Yes! Yes, yes, yes! 76. Oh my gosh, that is so exciting. Okay, yes. This is perfect! Okay. So that was The Map from Here to There by Emery Lord, which is continuing on with the Start of Me new series that I read in January. Ah, yes! Okay, last thing to search. What am I doing? February. Sort A to Z, alphabetical order, and then generate. Okay, 1 to 50. Can doobly doos. Authors A to Z. And then 1 to 50. Okay. 1 to 50. Generate. 44. Okay.
10. 20. 30.
1, 2, 3. Okay. 4. I was not expecting to get to that, but that's a-okay. I will go grab these books and be back. Okie dokie. So all books have been located and we're good to go. I had to do some number crunching because one of my goals is to set somewhat realistic TBRs for myself instead of compiling everything I want to read into a TBR plan. And so I've had to do some hard chops from this to make this list fit. And I'm currently sitting with this at 4,314 pages, but I'm not sure what number I need to have one of the books as, and one of these I am starting but not finishing, so I haven't included any pages for there. So I'm not sure exactly where it's gonna fall, but this is what it is. The first one I want to start with is one of our Patreon buddy reads, which is going to be Somewhere Beyond the Sea by TJ Klune. I am so excited to dive back into this world and see where Arthur and Linus get up to. And yes, I really enjoyed the found family element of House in the Cerulean Sea and really curious to see how this goes, and this will work for the buzzword-a-thon of a water-related word because of sea. Very excited to get to this with the patrons. And the other one will also be completing one of my Bookish Peeps challenges if I manage to read the entire thing, and that's The Divine Comedy by Dante. And this is daunting me. So I have Inferno on our TBR and I was like, yeah, cool, that's easy, that one's done. Then it got voted for and won, and I realized that I put The Divine Comedy, not Inferno. The Divine Comedy is all 3. I've been trying to set up the Patreon discussion on Storygraph and I don't know what to do because I don't know what points to have them locked at. I don't know what the pages are. It's just a shit show, but we'll make it work because that's my whole thing, is just chaos. That's what I'm here for. So we will be reading that, and that will complete Ellie Marna's challenge for their Bookish Peeps, because this is one of the things that were on their list. So I would love to get into it and not DNF it, so then this can no longer haunt my sphere. But I do have other ones on the list that I'm interested in, so I might end up getting to a few more, but this is the other Patreon buddy read and I just have to figure out how to make this work. And those are the 2 things happening for my Patreon. Then I'll dive into the Bookish Peeps because I've mentioned Ellie Marna's. I will also be starting Chocolat by Joanne Harris. I was going to read that in January and then realized that it starts on Tuesday the 11th of February, which is 1, the day after my birthday, 2, the day after we get settled for the property, and it actually falls on a Tuesday. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to do this. And so I've broken out the days that I have to read and what chapters into just my Google Calendar, and I can tick it off and just read it over February and March, and that will be completing Mel's challenge. And I think just reading it in bite-sized chunks, if I end up deciding that I'm really into it and just want to keep reading, I will. But I think this might be the way to go, and I think it will be just that little bit, I don't know, serendipitous, having read it on the date that it was meant for. I know that it's not in 2024, but I just thought it was really, really cool, so I'm gonna do that one. I will also be completing Kara's challenge because I'm going to read The Lost World by Michael Crichton with Ren and then watch the adaptation of it. So I think this is a good one. It's going to be finishing off / continuing on with the series. I'm not sure if there were more books in the series other than this one, but Ren has agreed to buddy read it with me. Thank you! So I am very happy to get to it, and that will tick that off. So I just have to make sure that I actually watch the adaptation in February as well to complete that. But I'm sure I can watch it later in the year and still count it, but I would like to watch it in February, and it might be nice to just switch off and watch a movie in our new home. And then my final bookish peeps was one that was randomly generated, and I am so excited, and that is To Catch a Firefly by Emmy Sanders, and this is for Tracy. This is the book that they want me to read, so I'm gonna get to it. I believe it's a male-male romance, and I really don't know much more about it, but I'm very excited to get into this, and as it comes highly recommended from Tracy, I'm so excited. So that's gonna tick this one off. I'm genuinely surprised that we're staying on track. So these and The Divine Comedy are my bookish peeps reads for February, and starting Chocolat as well. I have decided to join on the Little Thieves read along, which is hosted by Leandra from the TBR Zero, Margaret from the Word Nerd. I have been curious about this. I've heard Margaret hype it up so much, and I've been curious about it. I just didn't want to start a new series, but with this, it is looking to finish it off soon after. So I'll have a group to be able to chat about it with, and then in Margaret's video they said leave the horse emoji, and I need to know. I need to know what the hell is going on with the horse. So I've been curious about it, but just didn't go to it. It is thicker. It's a bit of a chunky monkey, but I'm excited to get to it. And it is, sorry, it's Little Thieves by Margaret Owens. And yeah, I'm just excited to see why Margaret loves it so much and dive into the series and see what I think of it myself. So that's all the other people sort of stuff. I still need to read Bitter by Akwaeke Emezi, which I really want to get to, so I'm planning to get to this. It's on the list. This was one of the Cluedo challenges, so I needed to get to this. I still need to find an Amber book, don't I? Fuck. We will figure that one out when I get closer to. But for Read Your Bookshelf, I need something relating to size, and this is one of the smallest books I own, and so I will be very excited to get to that. It will also work for Year in Gooba in reading a middle grade or young adult, but also in continuing the series. I also need to figure out what the fuck I'm doing for Aurelian. And will also work for TBR Knockout of under 300 pages. Beautiful. And then the other thing for TBR Knockout is to read a short story collection, and I really struggled. So I have the option of going with Life Ceremony if I want to add a different book that I've had to take off the TBR by Sahaka Murata, which is a collection of 6 short stories, I believe. But I kept going back to one that is going to fill off more goals than Life Ceremony, and that's Looking Glass by Christina Henry. So this is 4 novellas in the Alice world, and it comes up as short story collection, so I'm gonna count it. It looks like one's just under 100 pages, one's 75 pages, and then the last one looks to be about 90 pages. So I'm gonna count this as a short story collection because it is short stories in this world, and I really want to finish this. It will be coming off my 2020 book haul, I believe. It will be completing a series and it is also coming off my physical TBR. So that's where this one comes in. The next 2 that are going to be high priorities for me are Quest by Angie Sage, which is the 4th in the Septimus Heap series. This is thick, but it is a middle grade, and they read so quickly and they're so fun. I wanted to get to this series throughout this year and try and complete it. It's one of the book series I've owned the longest for, and so it's actually explicitly stated in my goals that this, Tamora Pierce, and the Michael Pryor series, it's gone waltzing out of my brain, are ones that I want to be reading this year. So I've traded this one out because it came up in the randomizer instead of Trickster's Queen, which is continuing on with the series that I started in January. So this is on. Very happy because I'm gonna need this while we're moving. This is the perfect moving book because it's long, but it's easy to read and is not gonna require any brain cells. I'm excited for this. It also might have a bit of amber colouring, so we might be able to get away with that. I've got to do a colour comparison, and that will be continuing on with that series. And then I think I have 5, 6 and 7 left, so 3 more after that. Then the other randomizer, the randomizers did me solid this month, and that's going with The Map From Here to There by Emery Lord. One of my other challenges this year is to continue on the series that I start in 2025. And thanks to this beautiful TBR jar, I have started a lot. So I was planning on reading Trickster's Queen, which was one of my backlist books, and continuing on with that and finishing off the duology. But when this came up and this came up, I'm like, well, this is serving that purpose, but with 2 books. So this is on the list. I am so excited to continue on with the series. I just want to know where we're going from here, because I just really loved Paige and their relationship, and I want to know where we're going. So I'm thrilled that this came up, and it's like the randomizing gods were working in my favor for that. So that's that. And then the final book that was randomized was Long Live the Pumpkin Queen by Shay Earnshaw. I'm really sitting on the fence with this one because I would like to read this more in October, November, December period, where we're in the Nightmare Before Christmas sort of phase, but I didn't read it last year, so let's do it. Or if I might end up re-randomizing and getting something else that is more seasonally appropriate. But I did also read the Graveyard book in January, and that would be more of an October read, and it was good. So yes, I'm not sure, but it's on the February list. We'll see how we go. This is a stack not including Divine Comedy, half of Chocolat, and Little Thieves. So I've got a great looking month ahead of me, and I'm very excited. I'm also giggling at the fact that we're reading the Divine Comedy when Jante's Inferno is happening. I'm just brilliant. So I'll see what I can do with trying to make that work and just read that as part of the readathon rather than trying to actually fulfill the prompts, although a lot of those will. And yeah, so that stack's really looking like a lot of goals and just a really good stack. I'm very excited. It is daunting, and considering there's still 2 other books that I desperately want to put on the TBR, but I'm like, stop it, you've already got enough. Because with those on top, and if I include Dante's, like an extra 200 pages for that, we're well over 5,000 pages. But we'll just see. We'll just see what I can do, especially for the fact that we're fucking moving. So, and my family's going to be up, and yeah, I'm not going to have as much time to read. But we'll just keep doing what we can and having a good time, because I'm really excited for all of these, and I think it's really going to be a fabulous month. I am so excited. I haven't decided what I'm going to do, because I adored pulling from the TBR jar in January, and I would really, really love to do that in February. But with this stack, I'm not sure if it's going to be possible or not. So I might end up doing a reading vlog that how many series continuations can I read in a week, and try and tackle Map from Here to There, Quest, Looking Glass, Bitter, and The Lost World, and Somewhere Beyond the Sea. 6 books on this TBR. 5 are finishing off series and 1 is continuing. What the fuck? This never happens. Yay! Okay, I'm so excited. Oh, if I get through that stack, 5 series will be done. That will make up for the fact that I've started fucking 6 of them, and I still have 1 more book to start as well. Anyway, yes, so let me know in the comments anything you want to let me know about your February reads, or what you think of my list. Are you joining in the chaos? Oh, and for Suffer-a-thon, I have a sneaky suspicion that I've got a book that will fulfill every prompt if I felt so inclined, because the book that I read last month fit both sides. So I can just keep going, but I know what path I want to avoid, so that's gonna be fun. It's gonna be good. But yes, let me know in the comments anything you want to let me know, and I'll leave the link to Bren's Suffer-a-thon announcement video as well in the comments, so then you can check that out if you're participating. I'm so excited. And yes, anything else that I've mentioned or people I've mentioned, I'll leave them linked in the description down below. I feel really good. I'm really, really excited, in case you couldn't tell. So yes, anything you want to let me know, feel free to leave it in the comments down below. And if you like this video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of this mess, feel free to subscribe. I'll hopefully see you in my next video or over on my Patreon. Bye!